Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at a watch that is currently live on Kickstarter in funding, and this is the Oceanica OP1 Automatic Pilot Watch. Now I do have two examples, the black and the blue one. Here's the Sunburst Blue variant. Now the watches will come in a leatherette box, as you can see here. Inside, here is the black variant. And we'll take a look at the black one second. Let's take a look at the blue one first. Now let's go over some basic specifications. Well, first of all, before that, what is this watch actually themed after? What does it mean? This is basically the B-style Flieger layout that's been around since the early mid-1900s, used in World War II, and by many pilots all around the world. It's a classic design, it's very legible, it's meant to be read at a quick glance, it's very practical in today's times. And it's very useful, just having these key time-only features. There is no date on this watch, no date in the movement. And let's get into some basic specifications here. First of all, the watch is comprised of all 316L solid stainless steel, which is pretty much the industry standard for decent watches. The finishing on the case is completely brushed, as you can see, and there are no blemishes or anything like that, which looks good. So you can see it's completely brushed all around here. So it's basically a three-piece case. You have the exhibition case back, you have the actual case, and you have this smooth brushed bezel on top. Very simple watch. This is the way they've always been made. They're very simple watches and very useful. Now the crown itself is a mid-sized onion crown, so it's not so huge. I know some people don't like that. Like when on some Fliegers they use very, very large crowns, but this one is definitely proportionate to the case size. Now getting to the case size, we have a very wearable 40 millimeters, which is nice to see in today's times. It's pretty much the industry standard what it's come down to nowadays at 40 millimeters. Now I myself prefer 40 millimeters. The Rolex Submariner is 40 millimeters. It just wears really nice on the wrist. My wrist is 6.5 inches. Wears perfect on the wrist. Now in terms of the actual wingspan or lug to lug, we're looking at 47 millimeters. So this watch definitely wears like a true 40 millimeter watch, which is also good. We have a 20 millimeter lug width here. Now in terms of thickness, it is relatively thin at around 10 millimeters, which is very nice to see. We don't have that dive bezel causing, or a huge domed sapphire crystal causing some extra thickness. Very simple, 10 millimeters, fits very slim on the wrist, very comfortable. Now this dial variation is the blue sunburst dial. And as you can see, even in, not outside, you can see what it will do. And I'll throw up some photos, and you can also see some photos in the blog. But yeah, we have that typical layout. We have your nice long sword hands, which are all filled with C3 Superluminova, as well as the reference triangle with the dot to the left and right, which is so classic of this era of timepiece, which it's influenced by. We have your large numerals, extremely legible, hour markers, minute markers, and a smooth sweeping hand. Now the watch is not running right now. I'm going to go ahead and give it a wind, then we'll talk about the movement inside of this watch. Very smooth winding. I can't really even feel I'm winding it. It's that smooth. And there she goes. Perfect. Okay, so the movement inside of this watch is the Miyota 90S5. It's basically the Miyota 9015, which is a high beat automatic movement, but this movement doesn't have the date. Some companies, they put in the 9015 even with a dateless dial, which looks weird. They actually did it right using the Miyota 90S5. So it's a high beat movement made by the Citizen Group, or Citizen. Made in Japan. It beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour. So it beats at the same rate as the Swiss-made ETA 2824, which Citizen Group kind of built this movement to compete with that movement, which is good. I've experienced many of these movements over the time of reviewing watches, and I haven't had one fail on me. They're very accurate, they're precise. The power reserve is very good at 42 hours. They also do contain 24 joules, hand winding, hackable, and it has all the goodies, and it's also a very, nice looking movement in my opinion. You even get stripes on the movement. There's the rotor right there. You can see the balance wheel beating away right now. I think it looks pretty nice. Anyway, the crystal on here is a genuine sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, and on the back side we do get a sapphire crystal as well. Now, water resistance rating on this timepiece, you're looking at 5 ATMs or 50 meters, which is pretty standard for a pilot's watch. Some of them are even 3 ATMs or 30 meters. But 5 ATMs or 50 meters, you know, you can splash it around a bit, wash your hands with it, would not go diving with it. Even light swimming can probably be done with this watch, although it's more of a land watch, I would say. Yeah. Now, to actually function the watch, very simple. The crown is pull and push. I'm going to pull out to the first position. As you can see, the seconds hand has stopped. That means we can precisely set the time to the exact second, minute, and hour. And it's very simple. We also get a little bit of resistance here, so we can really fine-tune the perfect time set here. As you can see, I can go really, really slow, which is very nice. Now the dial, they kept it very symmetrical, clean. OP1, the name of the watch, above 6. Oceanica in white, below 12. I think it looks clean. I think the style matches the markers as well. I think it looks very nice. Now the case back is screwed down, and of course it's brushed as well. We do get some specifications: Oceanica, automatic, stainless steel, 5 ATMs, sapphire glass. So yeah, very simple there. Give you guys a little glimpse of the Miyota 90 S5. Very cool movement, very reliable as well. And if you ever needed to service one of these maybe 10 years down the road, or if you even do, these movements last like a lifetime. It would probably cost around like $50, not even. And anyone can pretty much, any watchmaker can pretty much service this movement. It's very simple, which is a good thing about this movement. Now, the strap. So we have a 20mm genuine black leather strap, which is quite supple and flexible straight out of the box, as you can see there. We also do get that nice white contrast stitching going up and down on both sides, of course. 2 safety keepers and a nice buckle here, which is brushed and signed Oceanica. I like the shape of the buckle they used. Also, I like the size of the buckle. You know, some brands, they put these huge buckles on their watches and it just looks bad on the wrist. But they did it right with this size buckle. It's also pretty sturdy as well. And you'll see when I throw it on my wrist, it looks pretty nice. Anyway, I want to show you guys the black dial variation, because this is the Sunburst Blue, which seems to be the most popular. I just took a look at their Kickstarter campaign. This one seems to be the most popular one, but you know, the black one is pretty cool in my eyes too, so let's head over there and take a look at that one. So here is the Oceanica OP1 in black. And it's a pretty straight black dial. We get the same specifications, everything's the same. We just have a black dial, and the OP1 is in red, as you can see there, which is a nice little, you know, pop of color for a pretty, you know, bland, I would say, not bland, but you know, very simple watch. These little things make them really pop, like this OP1 in red. That really stood out to me. It goes nice with the black and the white. I think it looks really nice. Now we get the same exact movement, everything. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little juice here. And there she goes. So yeah, here's a look at the black variant. Same thing, everything exactly the same here. Yeah, pretty nice looking. Now also, guys, if I didn't mention, I'm going to give you guys a loom shot. The loom is basically, the whole dial is loomed. All of these markers, all the triangle is loomed, the hands, the tip of the seconds hand, all of the numbers, fine minute markings. And I want to show you guys exactly what the loom looks like, because I think it's really cool. So I'll be right back with that loom shot. Now, as you can see, the loom is pretty bright, a little brighter on the hands, I would say. That's C3 Superluminova in green, and it looks pretty good, evenly spread. Everything looks pretty good there, I must say. Definitely hard to show on camera, but the loom is definitely pretty good. Now I'll show you the black one, even though it's the same exact loom. So here is the loom on the black dial variant. Like I said, it's the same exact loom. Everything's lit up, and it looks pretty good. It doesn't fade, as you can see. Those hands are going strong. And yeah, pretty good loom. So where does the actual value come in this watch? Well, we're looking at a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on both sides. No anti-reflective coating on the back side, of course. And we're getting a Miyota 90S5 high beat automatic movement. We're getting a solid 316L stainless steel case, fully loomed C3 Super Luminova. And the price is $265. That's for early birds on their Kickstarter campaign. Now, this movement and set of specifications, if you look in the micro brand or smaller watch brand market, you're gonna have a hard time finding a watch with these specifications for $265. I don't believe you can even find, it's even hard to find a watch with the Seiko NH35 movement for this price. Now, most watches with this movement and set of specifications are going to cost you around $400 or $500. You know, $375, $475, $575. I've seen even $600, which is pretty crazy. So obviously Oceanica is offering a good value proposition to the end consumer, and I think it's well worth it in my opinion. I mean, these things are really beautiful. You can just look at the colors. Nice palette of colors they chose here, down to the straps, which really match the aesthetic of the pilot's watch. Everything really looks in place, no quality control issues at all, and I wish the best for them. I also will leave a link to their campaign on Kickstarter, which is live right now, so you can pledge and get whatever dial of color you want for the cheapest price at $265, and then after that's finished, you will have to pay $285, and that's just how it is. So the early birds do get the worm. Anyway, I'm going to throw it on my 6.5-inch wrist, and I'm going to take off my Apple Watch. I actually put this on for the first time in a long time today, and having a little fun with it. But let me throw this on my wrist, show you guys exactly what it looks like. Contestant number 1. So here's the Sunburst Blue dial variant on my 6.5-inch wrist. And as I was stating earlier, very nice strap. It conforms with the strap. So as you can see, it kind of comes in here, so it sits flat with the strap. You're not getting that huge thing like some straps I see from a lot of micro brands, where it like sits like that and it just looks awful. This sits straight flat to the strap and it looks clean. And that's really what you want. Much better. So there it is. Let me show you end to end. Fits perfect on my 6.5-inch wrist, end to end. Definitely can fit under a cuff. Now, what occasion would I be wearing this watch in? I would wear it with a suit. I would wear it casual. I would wear it while flying an airplane, of course. And it's pretty much a very versatile timepiece. You know, it has a classic look for that dressed up suit, and that nice genuine leather strap as well. Casual, shorts, it can pretty much go with anything. And yeah, that's a great thing about this watch also. Let me go ahead and throw on the black dial variant. Here is the black dial variant OP1 on my 6.5-inch wrist. So same specifications, going to fit exactly the same. The straps require no break-in, but they are sturdy. So that's good to see. Nice feel on the wrist, definitely feels secure. I do like that. Very classic look. I like it. And if you like it too, I think you should go over there and pledge for one of these watches, because I don't think you're going to find another deal like this on Kickstarter for a long time. Once again, guys, this is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. All the links will be in the description below for this campaign. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop it in the comment section below, as usual, and I will respond to you. Definitely subscribe. Check out WatchAddictChannel.com, at WatchAddictChannel on Instagram. And I hope to see you guys in the next video very soon. Thanks for tuning in now. Bye.